So thank you very much. Doing lots of prayers. So now maybe the independence of Tibet happens tomorrow. You know, really good. But it's not good. Didn't really You see, what I think is that, of course, many holy beings every day pray for success of the Tibet, the middle way, and what His Holiness says, middle way, because of the country or land taken care by mainland China, and then but the Tibetans themselves have told freedom to their practice dharma, and they have total freedom. Just the land took care by mainland China. So like that's the middle way. Because Mao Zedong said not possible to total independence. So to His Holiness, before His Holiness met Mao Zedong, so then His Holiness, therefore His Holiness asked middle way, umelam, middle way. Yeah. But you see, and how long it took time how long it takes time. So many other countries, yes, I think there are countries which took long time to get independence. And many other countries, they did get independence after a certain number of years. This happened in this world. And because of how much time, how many years it takes time, and you never know. All of a sudden, big change can happen because it is not permanent. It is a causative phenomena. It is a causative phenomena, so it changes. So it changes, due to another conditions, obstacles and blocks. And then if that condition changes, then all of a sudden can happen. All of a sudden can change. Many things happen in the world all of a sudden that we never expect. So many things happen. So what I think is that's a very good example of, you see, I think a very good example of, you see, once the karma is experienced, rules the country in management's hand. Usually, once the karma has already happened, then you see it's not easy. It's not easy to to change. You see, you may expect so easy to change. It's not easy, even though so many millions of Tibetans pray every day, but you see, once the karma is experienced, it's not easy to change. You have to know that. Many holy beings pray, many common Tibetan people, they pray every day, but it's not easy to change. Gives the understanding for us about karma, your karma. This is now at the moment I'm talking about Tibet, but you see, bring that to understand your karma, your own life. It's not easy. If the bad thing happened, it's already experienced. Not easy to change. Not easy to change. So that to Rosh Jirwa, the long of Jirwa. No, just that. Hey. So Geshe says, more than 50, it already has been, it's becoming about 60. They did a celebration, 50 years celebration, they already 90 what? Ngabju to Gajay. Ngabju. Nidon Gyalra, 2006, to the 50 years ago, so now nearly 60. So, but you see, it's very interesting. Relate that to your karma. You see, we have to do that. You see, once the negative karma experience, not easy to change. You see, you have to understand that. Not easy to change. Not easy, can easily fix them. Not easy. So we have to. So therefore, we have to be very careful with karma. You see. Even though Tibetans, many holy beings pray, and many common Tibetans every day they pray, and all those millions of people pray for their independence or middle life. But it's not easy. So what didn't happen. So now relate to your karma. Your karma. So you see, now we're human being, good, but anytime life can change. Even while we are alive, things can change from good to worse, or from worse to good, better, of course. Because I'm sure may not be the majority, but of course they are from what is now the better, even better, yes. But I think that may be not the case the most. So I use like that. I find very interesting about Tibet with so many years, but still nothing happening. Oh, that's related to your karma. Oh, so we have to be very careful of our karma. So that is very careful to not create, very careful to not create heavy negative karma. We need to be very careful, because once you failed, once you experience negative karma, then it's not easy to change. It takes time. Then whatever, even during our lifetime or even after death, don't think it's easy. So therefore, we need to be very careful. That's why we're learning. That's why we're learning dharma. We're learning dharma. We're learning Lambrun. Then because we're learning the foundation of sutra, tantra, the sutra. So it's very, very important. So important. Yeah. That is that the 13th Dalai Lama has already predicted. He has advised that how to run the government, how to advise already, but it seems maybe didn't happen exactly. It's not one person; it's a public, as a government, and many people. It's not easy. So like that. Then Kandula says. Kandula says that even that time, long time ago, 60 Dalai Lama's time gets. I think so. You see, yes, he had attainment of the sexual narapa, the control over the total control over the elements, inner elements. The chakra wind drops that. He went. Then the Kasura. So total control over his elements, not like ordinary being. Total control over the Kasura. Bodhicitta seat, and not to lose, and total control, achievement, and inner elements. So he went outside aspects, in night time, because he went to Lhasa, the pursuit of places and things like that. Then when that government seems maybe gave difficult time to 6 Dalai Lama. Gave difficult time, maybe beat, I'm not sure, beat or so difficult time, beat and the difficult time. So kicked out from Lhasa. One place, I don't know, some proud place, kicked out. Dalai Lama, 6th Dalai Lama. So then, when the Dalai Lama 6th was going down to that place, you see, the 7th Dalai Lama, 6th Dalai Lama met in the road. 7th has come up, 6th went down, so the way government kicked out. And there's a talk. It's like that. And anyway, so way back, so many things happened. And then the very high Lama of Sarah, Rinpoche, this Third Lama pointed out to run Tibet. Third Lama is going to pass away, so he pointed Rinpoche to run Tibet after he passed away. So then I think there are many workers in the government, many problems. So they, or one governor said the high lamas do not run politics. He said they do not run, should not do. But then Dalai Lama offered Rinpoche to run Tibet. So then I think there's some high official then got upset with that man. The man's eye was taken out and put hot oil in the eyes of that government, that man who says that. So then the later Rinpoche, well, that many, see the government of the people said, so then the Rinpoche was killed, was put in prison and killed by one governor who came to India. So one day he was a leader of the Baksa in the early times. His name is Kunga Zijang. So early times he was leader of us in the early times, very thin. So one day he asked his Dalai Lama. One day he asked his Dalai Lama, what is that? What is that? His students asked him, how do you do? Then he explained all the details. He went to see as like Jalga, this person, sort of like that. But then he went inside and then he put hand down below, then squished. Well, I don't know what you call it in English. In Tibet called Gonga. So President killed Rinpoche, the High Lama. But President Dalai Lama pointed to run Tibet. So these things happened. They were put in prison. Well, there are many things happen. Things happen time to time. So then, to lose Tibet and that's so difficult to get back, you know. Yeah, so relating to that, to your karma, you see, have to be careful. Have to be careful of our karma. You see, using that as an example, then you think of your karma. So we have to really pay a lot of attention to our karma. It's not easy. Once you failed, it's not easy. So that after this life or after this life. So we are unbelievably fortunate now. At this moment, we have all the opportunity. All the opportunity. I don't know if somebody, I don't know the Lama, but yeah. All the opportunity. This life, this year, this week, this month, today. You know, to go to lower realm or to be next Pure Land or the Deva human realm even better than this, next life, or we're now to make we're in the right point. You go down or go or better, you see. So with the right point, to very important. So where we are is where you can make all the choices, all the decision, where you can make all the choices. Very important. Every day is a very important time for us. Very important. Every hour, minute. Very, very important. What are we going to do? What do we do? How we think. So important. No mistakes. Always is to put effort. What's the best thing to do? Yeah. If you are in Tibet, then you understand the situation. Every day there's, I must say that thing, when you go forth to see, to blessing to Potala around, then, there's always, kind of the motorbike that catch people, that there's one particular, so making noise and going in the street, catching people. And then when you see the male Chinese police, it's very scary, very, very scary when you meet in the road. So they're very scary in Tibet. Relating to my own experience. It's not something you can relax. It's not something not like that. Very, very scary, But of course, when you, for me, out of Tibet, then you forget and don't feel much better, but don't feel much. But in Tibet, very scary, very, very scary. Those people in Tibet, they don't have much freedom. They don't have freedom. So totally in the so many people up to now burned monks, nuns, burned, mostly monks, nuns. Monks are burnt, young monks, and lives there. So then you see it will go on, as long as nothing happened for Tibet. So it's very scary. What they can do is nothing. So only thing is hoping that the world to know Tibet, and then they burn their body in the fire. So just kind of much. So just like that. It's, that. So a few days ago, I just my own idea that asked the centers this time there's a Tara prayer promised by Tara. It's translated some years ago. So people will recite that. How many times? 500, 50,000 or 500, something. That then for mandala offering, Tara Puja, 50,000 for mandala offering, Tara Puja. So that pray about Tibet. So some days were announced centers, our centers, just try. So there's offering service to His Dalai Lama. So of course, I was thinking that the North Korean, that young gentleman, he changed his view. You see, so then with the South Korea, he made friend, and then like that. Maybe he was thinking to make peace with America. So like that, it Deng Xiaoping changed his thinking, his view. Change from being top in the negative karma, that's worthwhile. Top is not top in negative karma. No, how do you say? In good karma, say good karma, then like swans when they're hot, they go into the swimming pool, like so pleasant, like so willingly, so pleasant, you know, to go in the swimming pool to like that. And the virtue, but non-virtue, then should be tough, to not get committed, you don't get involved. And that is in them, yeah. That was so nice. Then, whole world, I guess, whole world, many world countries would, I think, respect China. That if they respect reasonableness, that even they think it's their own person, but it's their enemy, respect, offer all the respect, and their own person, they're one who brings peace in the world, and looking like a jewel, holy being, looking like holy, the jewel, which grand jewel, so if he does that, if he in the government, so many countries will respect, would rejoice. Those who understand. I think everybody here mostly old students, and then in case there are some new ones, and then you see then not only omniscient one said, kind, compassionate to every sentient being, omniscient one said, not ignorant one, a compassionate one said, omniscient one said, that there's the border stops, the border mind separate, life separate, and the mind continues, the mind always continues, as it has no beginning at all. All our consciousness do not have beginning. Some say in mosquitoes, tiniest insect, I don't know the name. So continuous the mind doesn't have a insect. Sorry, doesn't have a beginning. It doesn't have beginning. Do not have beginning. Do not have beginning, beginningless. Our mind, desire realm, then we have body. Form realm, we have body, but the formless realm doesn't have. A form realm body, the experience through the meditation. We have gone through that numberless times in the form realm. In the formless realm, through meditation, it didn't have form. So we went through, we were born in the formless realm numberless times in the past. So nothing new. So the continuity of the mind always, there's always a continuity of mind. So at time, also all the time in the realm, form realm, so like that. The formless realm was to the body, only mind. So like that is. First you have to know that. But you see, in case if you don't have karma, reincarnation, continuation of consciousness, if you don't have, but you see, but still you want happiness, don't want to suffer. That's the same. Even there's no reincarnate karma. So still you need to practice dharma. Still you need to practice dharma. Dharma is making the mind better. Making the mind, transforming the mind into happiness. From the mind which creates suffering, problems, transform the mind into dharma, into happiness. See. Mind which produces suffering, transform from that into healthy mind, positive mind, virtuous mind, that bringing happiness. So dharma, means mending the mind, making the mind better, mending the mind. So then from that you get happiness. So you get happiness, peace. So it depends on that many levels. So there are many levels: a positive mind, a healthy mind, virtuous mind. So it depends on that, and there must be a level of happiness you achieve. So like that, yeah. So I mean, the true path, wisdom, realizing emptiness, and directly perceiving emptiness, and so that we cease the seed of delusion, karma, then you achieve the ultimate happiness, never change, forever. forever. They have ultimate happiness. Your mind is in the state of blissful state of peace all the time. No change. Not like samsara pleasure where it doesn't last and it changes into suffering pain. It changes into suffering pain. As I gave the example, at the beginning, beginning you feel hot, or burned by the sun or whatever. Then you feel pleasure after you go to the water. But then as you stay longer, then more cold. And then you continuously eat. In the beginning, maybe there's a kind of pleasure. But after you put the first spoon of food, after the hunger, then it may appear the pleasure. But then you see, because the suffering hunger stopped from great to straight from great, and then because of discomfort, the stomach uncomfortable, also started from small. You can't notice that by eating the first spoon of food. So small, can't notice it. But then you eat more, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, more. Then gradually, then increases the discomfort of the stomach. So you see, so that is a samsara pleasure. That samsara pleasure, after you continue, then you pleasure, then you continue, then it didn't last. It changed into suffering pain, suffering pain. So see, as you continue more, then it didn't last. Less pleasure, then suffering pain be more. There's a discomfort is bigger, discomfort of stomach. All other any samsara pleasure is like this. Any samsara pleasure is like that. Is do not continue, cannot complete. You cannot complete. You cannot continue. You cannot develop. You cannot continue, and you cannot develop. So if you continue, it becomes suffering pain. Like that, you see. So all those are samsara pleasure. You cannot continue, you can't develop because it's the nature of suffering. The samsara pleasure, the nature of the pleasure is suffering. So another suffering stopped from great to the hot. Then suffering of cold started from small. Then you see continuously then increases. So the pleasure, what you believe pleasure, then do not last. Becomes smaller. So all the pleasure of samsara is like that. So to say, all that, then what you call pleasure to the another suffering start from great to small, another suffering begin from small great. So you call pleasure to that. So that's why so mind has immediately labeled pleasure, reality, you see. But the next second, then you see, as I mentioned, the ignorance of truly existence, ignorance holding the phenomena as truly existence and the real. Also, see, existence, real means existence from that, from the objects that. So then then all the negative imprints left on the mind went from the mental, from beginning. So then projected material, that pleasure that you labeled, you don't know just a second before your mind made impetus, you have no idea. all that material existing permanent project decorated, you believe because you don't know, so you don't know, you see the ultimate nature of the pleasure, so that what is being labeled by mind, so that don't know, so they appeared real to you, then you believe real, 100% real, so that then you create at that time, you create what creates samsara, the ignorance, you create that time. And then on the basis of that, what the ignorance believes, interest, then attachment, anger, all that rises, all the delusion rises. It's a disturbing thought rises. Where is the disturbing thought rises? So that that's how we create, that's how we tie ourselves in samsara all the time. From beginning to birth up to now, we tied ourselves, we chained ourselves to the samsara. From beginning to birth up to now, then if we still do that, then we don't get renunciation, we don't realize suffering, pain, special suffering of change, samsara pleasures, nature of suffering, we don't realize. And we don't realize what promotes those true suffering game, pervasive compound suffering. We don't realize that suffering nature then. So that we will, then we will be continuously, we will tie ourselves. Nobody ties, not God. Nobody ties. You tie yourself to samsara, chain of the ignorance, attachment, all this. You're tied to samsara, you tie yourself by your own mind. So you've been cheating yourself we've been cheating ourselves from beginningless samsara. We have been cheating ourselves. We have been cheating ourselves, so that we suffer up to now. We said to the Buddha, numberless Buddhas, numberless sentiments who realize the renunciation of samsara, how the samsara nature of suffering. Yeah, it's suffering pain and suffering change and previous circumstances, who realize the nature of suffering. We see actualize and then emptiness, all that. All then people become free from samsara. Numberless beings already, but we're not. And then the achieve bodhicitta and the enlightened, numberless beings become Buddha, but we're not. Like that, then I want to two basic quotations. I want to say that, and then that's a good idea. I did mention in other places. Seventh Dalai Lama, Losan Gaosang Gyatso, Shaji Gyalong, Losan Gaosang Gyatso, the seventh Dalai Lama mentioned. Chudang Tsumbi, Chedi Nangshetang, Nozung Lodang Dawe Kichima, Done, Judin Paro to Niji, Ju Chungus, somebody ever Chinilus. So what I'm saying with the seven Dalai Lama said, Chudang Tsumbi, Chedi Nangshetang, the mere appearance of this life. Exactly the same with the chukmas animal, pigs and chickens and, pigs, chickens and, that's right. Dogs, cats, and all that's right. That's right. Cows and so on. Exactly the same. So you see, the billionaires, zillionaires, trillionaires in the world, those billionaires, zillionaires, trillionaires, I don't know number after that. I can go up to trillionaire. But you see, you have many helicopters and, whatever you can get in this world, whatever you can think, whatever for happiness, whatever, with way of money, so you get, you see, okay, now you see, now mental, what the way of living the life, the mind, you see, no difference from the tiger or deers and the snakes. You see, somebody harms you, you harm back. Somebody harms you, you harm back immediately. So even the tigers have, even the, dogs, cats, they all have. So yeah, exactly. See, then the chickens and pigs and all that, mouse and so that, so the slugs and the mosquitoes and the small everything go to ants. However, you see, the thought of this life, they have to achieve happiness by finding food. So they have the thought. They keep the ants so busy running up and down the trees. Whatever they're so busy. I saw ants fighting Baksa. In the one mountain there was a rock, this much rock, and one group came from this side, one group came this side. Two groups came. They were for a minute or less, like this. One or two fall down, but not many. Then they all wait a little, then they all stand up like this. But they have a kind of rule. Very surprising. Everyone stands up like this. Then they act like this. I've seen Baksa only one time. Then again stand this, but I didn't watch a long time, so I don't know what happens to that. It's very interesting. They lined up, the one who has big head or big stomach or big, time to time, side. No, not in the line, but side. You see, time to time. They all lined up, so, but the discipline. They so bring, what they find leaf or anything, big leaf. One small ant carry one big leaf. Big, huge green leaf, one ant carry. But the worms or whatever they carry the nest. They collect all that. The public, the ants, you see. Wow, incredible. They're working unitedly, harmoniously. Kind of sometimes better, they're more united than human being. For example, relating to our Sangha, and some of even just few nuns, The ants are so well disciplined. Wow. So united, to bring all the food public there in the nest. So anyway, so you see the mosquitoes and in the fleas. You see, so to achieve happiness in life, with the attachment, they have that. They have that. They have that. So you see, so mind is exactly the same, billionaire, they after they start from the kindergarten, primary school, college, university, they go to a very high degree and whatever science or whatever. Yes, all that you see, then the Catholic. But you see, where we're living the life, where we're thinking only your own happiness, only this life, only your own happiness, and even that this life, nothing else. That is life. So do not understand reincarnation, karma. So only this life, only day and night, only that, nothing else. So when I can be happy, when I can be all the time. That's like I started Omani Bema. See, can do. So no difference at all where we live in the life. Total attachment to this life, and no difference with the insect, no difference with the ants who have living life. Those even those tiny worms, insects, no difference at all. Nothing higher, nothing special for them. So no matter how much science education there, no matter how much wealth they have, external wealth. So the mere appearance of this life is exactly same with animals. Animals are not a lot of David getting Mars, not a lot of David getting Mars. Tone, Juden Paro, to Niji. Jivi Chung, somebody watching the more extroverts, somebody watching. So, please grant me blessings. The thought of lower capable being, by realizing the just appearance of this life, that as an animal, it is meaningless, not totally meaningless, like the lightning, like you see, lightning. When there's nighttime, when there's lightning, very quick, so you see things, but it's gone. You see, but you saw, but gone. So nighttime, that's the lightning, you see. So meaningless, not meaningless, like lightning. And then you see, just 1 second, get you Mars. No, in 1 second. So by realizing this life, you see, or realizing this way, then the seeking the power to Nietzsche, then seeking the happiness of future lives. Future lives is not one. Future lives, they're numberless. Numberless. I don't know when you become free from samsara. So numberless. Die reborn. So all that means happiness. All that So, so, yeah, so because to rise that, to generate this thought, then please grant a blessing. It's about 7th Dalai. You see, that's it's the first thing, you see. First thing. So first thing what we need to achieve is that. So happiness, all coming in future lives. We need to achieve that. We need to consider, make sure you get that. You don't go to the lower realm. Make sure all that. Then you need to free from samsara, because even you're born deva human realm, but you see it's like it's like prisoners. Prisoners came out of prison. Then you go back to the house. You go back to home just 1 hour or just half hour. It's allowed to see your home for 1 hour, half hour to see your family. Then you have to go back to prison. So it's like that. Again, you have to go back. Or you are you haven't fallen down from the mountain yet, but you are just about there. You're just on the somewhere where you can stand, or there's some little flat where you can stand. You see, but you can fall down anytime. But you can fall down from that anytime. Anytime. There's no fixed. Anytime you can fall down. You are there at the moment. You can fall down anytime. Like that, you see. Like that. So therefore, we need to be free from samsara. So completely, and that is the Gamboa, the military disciple Gamboa said this is very real words, very true. Jiten Truba de la Paz Davis. So by looking at Jiten Truba, the world, Truba, the hallucination, all hallucination. By looking at the world hallucination, all doesn't mean only place with the people with the sentiment. Jiten Truba de la Paz Davis. So by looking at the hallucination of the world, like watching a movie, scenery, by looking at the world, the hallucination, by looking at it. Whatever is done, so whatever is done is a cause of suffering. So somebody very high scientist got very high degree from university, or very famous, or very wealthy billionaires, so all that happiness this life is the achievement is only one thing is only your happiness of this life. Only your happiness, but even that, just this life. Nothing else, nothing else, nothing else. Just that. So, yeah, even the beggar, begging food, money, just for that. And then billionaire, going by aeroplane, helicopter, all that. So, the attitude, same. Attitude, just this life. Your happiness, but nothing, no happiness, future life, liberation from something, nothing. Just this life. They run, they're so busy. Other like the ants, so busy for that. Or then say same, the beggar. The ants, the insects, no matter how tiny, so busy, just to get happiness this life happiness, just so busy for that. So it's all done with attachment to this life. So that is not virtue, not positive, not healthy mind, and that is unhealthy mind. Unhealthy mind. That is to understand easier as I use unhealthy mind, because it is natural distracting thought. Distracting thought because obscuring your mind to see the reality, conventional reality and ultimate reality. Impermanent phenomenon, the impermanent nature, and then also ultimate reality, the truth. You see, obscures, then it causes rise many other distracting thoughts. So they say attachment for them. So the moderation of the attachment. So you see, every single thing done with the body, spirit, mind every day is negative karma. You see, so only negative karma, day and night. The insect, and then the rich man, the famous man, who's a high degree. Motivation exactly the same, nothing higher. So wherever cheba tamche teme duanju. So whatever is done, whatever the insects do, whatever the people they do, even devas, million, billion times, much more sense pleasure than human being, than registered human being, including them. So, if you look at, like movie, if you look at them, whatever they do, with the motivation, whatever is done, it's meaningless, cause of suffering. Whatever is done, even insect people, the devils, whatever is done, meaningless, cause of suffering. So there's a cause of suffering. Back to lower realm, then back to samsara, back to lower realm. It is not new that we have experienced numberless times from beginning of birth. Again. Whatever you try to think in different whatever you think in different way, maybe I try this, maybe I try this, maybe I try this, you see, better happiness, maybe I try this, maybe after this, you try one, then, no, there's no, maybe this is, well, I don't know, then I'm sad. You try, then, no, this is not good. Something else, you try this, maybe more happiness. Well, in the whole life like this, to find happiness, to achieve, so that's what they try to, same chance, whatever you thought, pamperedness. So no benefit. When you die, no benefit. Next life, no benefit. Is it back to samsara, back to law realm, for eons. So that's Kajila Semchang, Pembermiduna, no benefit when you die. It doesn't benefit you when you die. No benefit to your next lives. Only suffer. Jilla Semchang, Pembermiduna, the insects or the devils, human beings, same. Rangi Semla, Tato Komarchis. Then you see, Gomboba is explaining that what you do, then therefore what you do is, there's one more word, Rangisamla, Tawa, Tato Komarchis. So make a habituation your mind, always look at your mind. Always look at your mind. That can be true. Always look at your mind. That's a great meaning. It is great meaning. As I mentioned yesterday, this is how so important for us, to not suffer, to not be hallucinated and suffer. You put yourself in prison all the time and suffer. So by thinking that all the suffering created by your mind, all the happiness upbringing created by your mind. So then you have all the freedom. You have all the freedom. What to do, how to think, So all of that. So that's one thing. Always look at your mind. So Takatama Kechega said, put all the blames. Whenever undesirable thing happen, you put all the blames to your mind. You put all the blames to your mind. And towards the other sentiments, what to do? They look at the kindness. I mentioned all the times already. So look at others, kindness. It's unbelievable kindness. I mean, your past, present, future, all that, including enlightenment, everything comes from others. Buddha, Dharma, Sangha come from others. So, see, that's so the person who abuses you, whatever, see, that's most precious, most kind, most dear, see, you realize that. So Rangasam, always, the method is to look at always, habituate your mind, always look at your own mind. So there's two, components of the mind and the ultimate nature of the mind, you see. So that don't say much, just it is enough. This is very good to advise what Gambava University Sarva. So anyway, so to be free from samsara. Therefore, we need to be free from samsara. Okay, that means to be free from, or to be free from the oceans of samsara. There's suffering, hell, hunger, gods, animal, human beings, sura, asura, oceans of human beings suffering, oceans of samsara suffering. So we need to be free from samsara. So it's very important. Then I want to tell this. I think I told already Bendigo, I think. But you see, not like this. You see, all of this Kasure. You see now, if you are free from samsara, you achieve arhataship. Arhataship is free from samsara. So, Kasure. Then you are in that state, blissful state of peace for yourself. You see, blissful state of peace for eons. You know, then you say, you see, somebody who took initiation, somebody who took initiation, but you see, then didn't get to, when you die, before that, it didn't get purified. The destiny is my power, it didn't get to purify, it didn't get to purify, and it didn't get to revive. I can make pure by taking again. You know, so it was broken, so you see. So, you see, then the person gets reborn in the lower realms. Person gets reborn in lower realms. Didn't get purified before that to make the vow pure again. So you can, you can do that. You can take that, you see, again. But it didn't get done. You died before that, and then you born lower realm, and then you're born lower realm. But then you see, again you go back. Get reborn in human realm, and then you see you meet dharma again, you meet tantric teaching again, Buddhist tantric teaching again, not Hindu tantra. Then you see better and better because you met in the past. So better and better. So sooner or later, you actualize the path on the basis of sutra, the result, Devatekpa, the result yana, the tantra, you actualize a path. And then you seize the cook way by meeting tantra, you seize the cook way, the defilement, the obscuration. Then specialized tantra, then who is the way? You see the dualistic mind, dualistic view, obscuration. So you purify the quickest way by actualizing clear light in this life. Then you achieve a full enlightenment, Buddhahood. Then you are able to enlighten numberless sentient beings. And you are able to either free the numberless sentient beings from the oceans or something suffering, and you are able to bring them to a Buddhahood. You see, so even the person achieving enlightenment already, that person who took the initiation, but before the death didn't get to purify, revive again. I can make pure. See, not necessarily from Lama, but you see, by example, Kasure. I mean, you're taking initiation again from Lama, of course, but then also even yourself taking self-initiation and taking the vows, Bodhisattva Tantra vows again during that time, so you make pure. So Kasure, you see, that one already achieved enlightenment, even born in the Lord. But then you see the person who says, there's that's so dangerous. You can't keep so you can't keep all that. You see, you make yourself little. You make yourself, nobody makes you little, but you make yourself little cat. Little puppy. So So it makes it was a little work. So you see, then then you see, you achieve, even you succeed achieving the lesser bigger path, and you become arhat, liberated from samsara, you become arhatship, you see. And then you stay for eons in the blissful state of peace. You stay for eons. That, during that time, that person who through the initiation, then you see, people try to cool down, purification, and they make pure again. So there's born in the lower realm, but again back to human being with dharma, achieving that, all that done. All that is done. While this person who is so scared, who makes you are so little, this is dangerous, get a little rebel or so. Then you make yourself very little. Or then there's even you succeed in the lesser path in the period of samsara, they step in that blissful state of peace. And then later. Buddha says 4 words, I don't know, can't remember. 4 words, Buddha sent light. Then pursue the mind in the intra-mind path. And so very difficult to generate compassion to sentient beings. Even though Buddha sent said 4 words and sent light to intra-mind path after a long time. But you see, very difficult to generate compassion for sentient beings because, you see, because the mind is so habituated in so many eons living in the blissful state of one peace. So difficult to feel compassion for others' suffering. So difficult to feel compassion. So difficult to generate bodhicitta. Like that, very difficult. General bodhicitta, true this. Yeah, so that you see, that is mentioned in the Buddhist liberating palm, or your hand, all like that, you see. So it takes so many eons to, you can't benefit to the sentient being. Can't benefit to takes so many eons. Like that. So it's like sleeping, you see, for eons, like that. See, like that. So then the you see, those who are putting oneself so little, so there's really, for example, Lama Desha mentioned 2 geishas from Dribum, I think, don't take initiation, this is so dangerous. So you see, the Lama Desha said that is due to not knowing Vajrasattva practice. So Lama Desha said, mandala, you open mandala. So if you put that covered by dust, you see, if you put that without covered by dust. So, but you see, Vajrasattva practice is like one time you do like this, it goes away. So Vajrasattva practice, so the 2 geishas, not knowing that it's Vajrasattva, that you can clean all the, wipe the, purify all the negative karmas, or the negative karmas, the root vow, the second vow. So, see, all the negative karmas you can do so easily by one time. So one time doing Vajrasattva, even 21 times. So easy to purify. So not knowing that, so that's the problem. So Lama Desha answered like that, you see. So like that problem, mistakes, you see, people think like that. So this, okay, all right. The I don't know which place, but it's a the Arat Kashyapa, who's Arat, came. Then he will reveal the philosophical teachings, and they will achieve aratship, free from samsara. They will achieve aratship. You see, but before he came, Manduchiri came. Buddha, embodiment of all the Buddha's wisdom. Manduchiri came and taught great vehicle teachings, Mahayana teachings, great vehicle teachings, and it didn't fit with their mind. So they got a heresy, and then they got a heresy, and then the heresy, then they get a lawlessness. So Kumgao Ananda told Buddha, this is what happened. Manduchiri came before the Kashyapa came, the Arhat Kashyapa came, and he came, and this what didn't fit the Mahayana teachings, and they got heresy. So then Buddha said, Manduchiri is more skillful. Because, you see, even they're born lower realm, but you see, I came back to human being, made Mahayana teaching, then they, you see, then their cause is to achieve path and achieve enlightenment. So those who, if the Manduchiri did not come, and just the Arhat Kashyapa came, showed the philosophical path, even they became free from samsara, but they about so many eons in the blissful state of peace, in that so many eons, so no benefit was anything else. So during that time, these people were already enlightened. So Buddha said, Manduchiri is more skillful. You have to know that. Okay, so that. Okay. Sorry. Okay. I'm not going to. As all the past happiness, present, future happiness, including enlightenment, all I receive by kindness of every helpings and every hunger cost, every animals, every human beings, every sura beings, every asura beings, every intermediate beings. Even the Buddha Dharma Sangha, who by taking refuge, rely on them, frees me from some lower realms, frees me from samsara, get higher, and frees me from samsara and achieve the liberation from samsara, the ultimate happiness. And then even free from lower nirvana and achieve Buddhahood. By taking refuge in Buddha Dharma Sangha. So even the Buddha came from sentient beings. Buddha came from sentient beings, and was the Bodhisattva before Buddha, there's Bodhisattva, you have to be Bodhisattva. The comparison came from Bodhicitta. Bodhicitta came from great compassion generated by depend on the obscured suffering sentiments. So otherwise, no other way to generate compassion. So by that kind of, so every sentient being, source of all the Buddha Dharma Sangha. Where Buddha came from, Buddha Dharma came from, where Sangha came from. Every single sentiment. So then, all the three times Kachuri. Then Buddha came from the Kachuri. Yeah, then Kachuri. From Buddha, then the special holy action Buddha. There are two holy action Buddha. One is Buddha's own omniscient mind. Then the one is within us. That is the virtuous actions, our good karma, the Buddha's actions. Our virtuous thought, the Buddha's actions. So then from this Buddha's action, then came all the beginningless happiness, now all the future, including enlightenment. All come from the Buddha's action. There is your own good karma. Also like this, though from beginningless rebirth, now future, all come from this sentence, received by kindness of every single sentient beings. So like my three-time happiness come from you. Every one of you here, you are so like that. So you are the three-time happiness come from starting your family, starting from here, your right side, whoever the right side, left side, back side was sitting. From there, then all the rest of sentiments you receive by kindness of every single sentiment, no matter how tiny it is, no matter how big it is. So all of that most kind, most precious, most kind, most precious, most dear, we are wish fulfilling for every single one. All like that. So therefore, then you see, Bodhicharya Avatar said, sorry, Shandideva mentioned, great Bodhisattva Shandideva mentioned, and the Bodhicharya one who wishes, one who desires to guide yourself and others. So I don't remember what it was. Datan Shin Yabdeba. There was better words. Datan Shin Yabdeba. Dadan Shindu Jechawa, Samaya Tamba Jebercha. Oh, don't forget this. Dadan Shindu Jechawa, Dadan Shindu, what is that? That's one word I didn't remember. If you want, if you desire to guide yourself, to guide yourself and others, then then what do you say? What you should do? Then if you want to guide yourself, you want to guide others, what you should do? what you should do? The answer is Dada Shindu Jechawa Same Tapachu. So bodhicitta exchange oneself for others. Now we renounce others. You see? Only cherishing yourself. There are numberless helping hungry, numberless animal, numberless human beings, numberless surasura, the numberless universe. Besides numberless Buddha, Bodhisattva. But among all that, you cherish only I, just your I, just only this. So there's no reason. As I said yesterday, democratic. It's not democratic. Dictatorship. Dictatorship. The subject. There's no reason. There's no valid reason. But is it dictatorship? You are subject of dictatorship. So, you see, you see, so Buddha the great Buddha Sabbath Dada Shindu Jechawa Same Tabachabacha. So therefore you say exchanging, so exchange ones for others. Instead of that, then cherish all sentiments, numberless sentiments. Initiative, let go I. Because from I, all the suffering came, all the obstacles, all the past, present, future suffering, all suffering came. Not only create suffering for you, not only create suffering for you from beginners, but you harmed with self-session thought. You harmed numberless sentences. Not only harmed you, harmed numberless sentences. You see, already from beginners, but numberless sentences you harmed. The self-session made you harm to numberless sentences. So that means, again, if you don't reach the bodhicitta in this life, even if you become close to realization, you practice a good heart. You don't do that, then again, numberless times you harm. Not only you, harm numberless sentences with your subject. So therefore this life, cherish numberless sentences, they let go of the I. From where all the suffering comes, let go I, cherish numberless sentiments. From where all the happiness comes, I already told you. From where you get all the happiness of doing life, and not only that you can cause happiness of the enlightenment to every sentient beings. To every sentient beings, numberless helping, numberless human beings, you can cause all the happiness of doing life towards numberless sentient beings. Not only you are happy. Numberless sentient beings. If you cherish others. So that's what Sindhya was saying. Many people, many young people, yes, to guide yourself, to help to others, to help to others, to guide others, or do something else, but you don't have bodhicitta, don't have compassion. Until you see kind of beginning sort of a good heart, some compassion, but you don't realize that. Nothing you see, if you don't maintain lamdrin, you don't lamdrin. So then what happens? You want to get a job, or want to get insight. Then so many problems. Then all your bad personality, anger, selfish, everything come out. Then many people don't like you. Many people bored, and many people are bored and they don't like you. And then of course, then also you don't like others because when you all together, then all their personality comes out. Ego crash. Ego crash. Then this person, that person, that person. It's like this. So you finish your life just with the problems. And you don't practice compassion, you don't practice patience, and you don't practice patience, you don't practice compassion, you don't practice Buddhism. So then your life just got some problems, and then that's it. And then you talk, this no good, I don't want to do. Then you change, again the same thing, and again you say, then evolve, and then again problem. Your problem, others' problem, don't practice no compassion. Again, same, it's like that. So your life finishes the problem, just a problem, no practicing dharma. So it's very sad. And all the life, your whole life become not effective if you real compassion and if you maintain in patience, all this, even normal mind, not mental number, but even normal, even good human being. Yes, you can help, but little. I mean, just but it doesn't happen. So like that, very sad, and then the whole life finished. The most precious human life that you receive one time, it's gone, wasted, and then kind of didn't really benefit. So all of that, you see. So all the Bodhisattvas say, if you want to guide yourself, others, then what to do, and then so exchange wants for others, the Bodhicitta, you see. In Samyatambha means that's two meanings. One is Bodhicitta exchange wants others. And I'm looking at the character, trim the flames on. Yes, one thing is exchange wants for others. That's in Nyamje. So this is a hero, but it's a practical Bodhicitta. It's a hero, like heroes. Example, heroes that run towards enemy and to fight. Hero, who's hero, not hide. I remember, it's funny one. Monkey, we have a lot of quite a number of monkeys at Tushita. So I met. So at the beginning, give water to them in the pots. There's one girl from England. What's her name? Michelle. So she buy pots and give water to the monkeys. So then I told Tushita to build what is called there? Swimming pool. I put the monkeys outside my room. But of course it took 1 year. That was whose time? New Zealand. Sally's time, I think. It's not easy, see, because the monkeys during lunchtime, when people for meditation, they're eating outside. The monkey come, the monkey takes away the plate. Monkey takes away the plate. And so you see, then it makes it difficult. So they always have one Tibetan man with the sticks, and while they're eating lunch, one Tibetan with the sticks, and then he chased them away. The monkey. So they were difficult. But you see, it took 1 year. Then afterwards, they built this swimming pool here. they put very nice, and the water inside and so the monkeys, in the morning they come, in the afternoon, when the good sunshine, they climb out the tree, then jump in the water, then they climb out the tree. And not the old ones they don't do it, because old ones were big, their bodies are very big, they know that it will hurt them, so they don't do it. But the young ones, they climb, they jump, they go. Anyway, especially when there's a good weather. So what I'm going to say. So what happens is the bark not like dog, but the bark to you, screaming to you. But you see what happens. At the beginning, showing teeth and the bark, skim to you. But you see what happened. The big ones, they can't come nearby. The big ones kind of seem less. It seems less weaker. I think they are surrounded by the young ones, small ones, surrounded by the small ones, and the small ones really shout. They help to protect the big one. The small ones are around, and they are more forwards. This is what I've seen a few times. The big ones is in the center. As I remember, as I was talking to you, remember that. And then I give fruits time, not every, but time. Sometimes I miss it out, but then fruit cut and so they. Karini. So this exchange ones at the Bodhisattva doesn't fit to the raw Bodhisattvas. Raw Bodhisattva less intelligent. Raw intelligent Bodhisattva, it doesn't fit for them. So secret from them. But the other thing is, you see, like the adverses, all the first, second practice, third practice, fourth practice, fifth practice, sixth practice, and seventh practice. So, all that you see, like Tonin and the minute. So, you see, understand about it all dharma. Then see, understand by ignorance. By realizing empty, then you see before that, then you see it's illusion. I action object. So then cling. So then believing, the believed cling to that as real, like you're dreaming and you're believing it's real. So that is not happening. You see, things are being real, but you believe in real because you realize emptiness. So you say it's illusion. So you say as illusion. As mirage, like dream. You see. Then no clinging. Then through that, then the meditation, habituating that, and then you see directly empty and all, then you remove, you become free from the clinging, entrusting, action object to all the phenomena. So then you become free from samsara. See? So So you see, I do Tonglen like you sure like you're practicing Buddhism, but you expose kind of into humble, then you expose. You sure I exposed that people like you do during those other practices, kind of expose. So kind of age-old mind. So there's a age-old mind, black one. Sorry, age-old mind, black one. That's killing the attachment. Attachment killing the that one. Black one. Then there's a witty kind of. I think the without ignorance is empty, as illusion, like dreams. So that's white level dharma. But you have the self-chasing to others, and the self-chasing. But you do all this with the self-chasing thought, then that I think that's without having self-chasing thought is mutual. I think I'm not sure mutual dharma. Without ignorance, entrusting I and accept. That's why what little dharma, 3 types of little dharma. So you see. Yeah, like for example, Tonglen and like that, you see, you practice. But you see, you don't expose, I'm great practitioner, blah, blah, blah. No, you humbly, secretly, you humbly practice. You humbly practice, you see. So it's so good. People don't know what, people don't notice, You see, your practice. Great practice, they don't know, and you humbly practice. I think it's secret. So that's a very good secret. Some time at Tibet, some practicing secretly. I think it's 2 minutes. Maybe we stop here. Okay, tonight, those people who are quite new, in case I'm just introducing, make sure they know what's happening. Not just, make sure that you kind of got involved with the people, that's to get some idea. So now this is, you see, main point is to help sentient being. Main point is to dedicate best way your life for the sentient being. Best way to dedicate your life for sentient being. What is the best? I'm talking about that. So to get to that idea, see, best. All that for all new, all that is best. Your life to sentient being. That's okay. I think maybe it's fine. Yeah. So that's all. I can finish within half hour. I don't think. Yeah, maybe. So I was doing that.
Samge
tomorrow morning, I don't know, tomorrow, 9, 10, or in the afternoon, 9, 10, or morning 9, 10,
Morning.
Who is it? One. Maybe we'll do next year. Next life I can't say. So, okay, thank you very much. Yeah. We do the karza to meet Lama Tsongkhapa teaching in your heart. I mean the FPMT to all the sentient beings to cause to meet Lama Tsongkhapa teaching in the heart, and then the particular Chinese institute to cause to meet Lama Tsongkhapa, to exercise Lama Tsongkhapa teaching in the heart, all the sentient. Then third, you yourself to exercise yourself, to exercise then cause to all sentiment to exercise Lama Tsongkhapa teaching. That yourself able cause. So we'll pray for that. Yahweh Damba Jeju the Jamaru Tanje Tena Yendo Tembo Seja Yahweh Maju Dembedo Rosan Yahweh Damba Jeju Ante Dharma Juba Evete Atevabu Choda Nande Londe Tembeto Los Yahweh Damba Jeju Taje Taledo Omai Nanda Jemo Nebada Sabananda Gave Kajendo Ola Gave Dhamma Yegushi Gaga Yeah. In the afternoon? One or two more. Yeah. I did preparation, so you don't need preparation. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah. 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 So we play again 10 o'clock. Huh? Yeah, yeah.
10 o'clock in the morning.
Not 10 o'clock, 10. The tireless breath I think.